Greetings, YouTubers. I'm back. Yeah, I just like everyone to know that the dream that I had with Jesus, that I have on YouTube, with the four classrooms, one thing has already happened from each dream. It might not be exactly, but one thing has already happened from each dream. To refresh your memory, with the classrooms, first classroom was full of gay men wearing like wedding attire, wedding dresses and stuff. Second classroom, they were drawing like werewolves and stuff on, like, this black sheet of construction paper, but they was making it look all 3D-ish. Then somebody handed me like another, like a bluish teal color paper, and it had like two circles on there like this, and I didn't know what that mean. The third classroom was some girl just started freaking out. She was in the front row, say about a row away from me, and she just, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. She just started, real frantic, screaming and stuff. And before the third classroom, I mean the fourth classroom, I was looking outside and I seen like EMS people, downloading the ambulance, because you could take it as a course, at the college I go to. Then the fourth classroom, it was empty. I was the only one there, and the teacher was like, you know what? Like, he put his hand on here. He said, you know what? He said, since you're the only one here, you don't have to take it. And he wrote something in his grade book, and I was just sitting there just like this. Then, like a few minutes after he did that, the EMS people that I seen outside came in there and they sat in the classroom. And what has happened so far in my actual classes, uh, there's actually one feminine guy in my class, an English class, but he sits at like a long table by himself on the left side of the classroom. And I have seen other feminine guys in there, but they're not in my class. But there are actually one guy in my class. Second, I think it was that same day we had to get in groups and had to write, like, you know about like a movie or something. And my group just so happened to pick horror, and we wasn't the only one, and I wasn't really into that. Because I don't watch horror movies no more, 'cause that's a gateway for demons. You don't believe me? You watch it long enough, you start seeing shadows at the corner of your eyes and start having some crazy dreams. So, yeah, and they pick horror movies, and they was into it too. I was like, wow. I used to be like that, but not no more. That's the old me. And a different day, different week, month. The we had another group um, session, and we read like a poem in a book, and we had to write about it. We was in a group, and this girl was like, "Oh, I thought I would never have to do this again." And I was like, "Well, what she talking about, man?" She drew like a circle. Then she drew another circle like that was in my dream. I was like, whoa. For a while, I'm like, what does circle mean? And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, whoa, Jesus, that's like three things right there. You know, Man, your coming is like around the corner. Now, I was thinking about this circle thing. I'm like, why did the person in the dream give me a picture of like two circles? And at first I was thinking, is an eclipse coming up or something? Then I hit me. The fullness of time, people. You know, Say you start like this, and then you start to merge into the fullness of time, then it overlapping, then soon it will be in sync. See that? Fullness of time. Fullness of time was also compared to like a woman, that's pregnant in the Bible, and she's pregnant for 9 months. And according to the Bible, April is the actual first month of the year, and it's also on the Hebrew calendar. April is the first month. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December will be the ninth month. So, you know, anything can happen. It could be now, it could be then, but that was just interesting because the stuff is starting to come, starting to happen. From my dream. The only thing that hasn't happened yet is this girl screaming frantically. That's the only thing that hasn't happened. And right after that, I was running through the hallways, Jesus, Jesus. Me or one of my brothers, and he said like Jesus, Jesus. Ran outside, and these two white boys were like arguing about something. They didn't have no shirt on. They were like 8 or 9. They ran inside the school, and it was sunset. The sun was setting, and it was like the clouds like real low. There's actually been a lot of low flying clouds lately too. So that's another thing in my dream. And the sun was actually low, and so like the clouds started coming together like this now, and I'm sitting there looking, and then this side right here covered up like the sun, and it made like a little circle. My brother was like, Jesus, do it now. Jesus appeared up in the air on the left side. That was Jesus. Couldn't see his face because it was bright like as the sun. Paul and John, they saw Jesus, and they fell to their face as if they were dead. That was Jesus. And like this shockwave came from around him, like whoo, across the sky, and I fell on my butt, and I'm like, is anybody else seeing this? And he went from this side to this side, and he was like a little bit closer. Like for a split second, I was like, am I gonna get raptured? Then I slowly started to levitate off the ground like that. Boy, I woke up and I felt this feeling inside me, man. The Holy Spirit, man. It was like a warm, 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 loving feeling. Oh man, oh boy, I never forget that feeling. And it was amazing. And I'm trying to stay on P's and Q's here, since that stuff has already come to pass, and I'm just waiting on this girl. And daylight savings time on my calendar was supposed to be on the 27th, but I think last year Bush pushed it back when he was still in office. So I think it's this Sunday, like at 1 or like 2 o'clock in the morning, daylight savings time will hit, and it'll start getting dark at like 5 and 6. Because I have 4 classes. I don't have any night classes, and my last class is at like 4:40, 4:55. So I'm always watching. I'm always watching. Watch. And in the Bible, actually, Jesus is actually hitting to the readers of the Bible, those who are who have understanding. Check this out. Now remember the two men, the good men of the house. If they knew what watch the thief was coming, they would have stayed up and watched, so their house wouldn't have been broken into. If they knew what watch. Now, like with the Romans and with the Jews, they actually broke their nighttime up into 4 different watches. And Bible right here real quick. There's actually a chart in here. Bear with me. Right. Now I know the third watch is actually at 12 to 3 p.m. Midnight to 3 a.m. I'm sorry, 3 a.m. And the fourth watch is from 3 a.m. to 6 in the morning. And Jesus always rose up in the morning to go pray, even his disciples, and and everybody else who Jesus and God used, and who's doing the work of the Lord. He rose up early in the morning, and Jesus also did a lot of praying at night too. So and what watch I think I want to say the fourth watch, because it's like right before sunrise. So I want to say that's what watch, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. I can't find it in here. I forgot when the first and second watch start. But yeah, that's third and fourth watch. And if you knew what watch the thief was coming, because Jesus is gonna come like a thief in the night. And with the virgins there was a shout heard at midnight. Be blessed. Peace be unto you.